Coach, we've had a lake effect snow band sitting over Soldier Field since about 9 this morning, and it's not supposed to budge anytime soon. The good news, the folks don't seem to mind here in Chicago. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Check, 180. Check, 42's the mic. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Check 9, check 9. Alert, 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 alert.
Now it's Trubisky. They'll roll him out right. He's going to let this go deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check, 59. Big stop. Let's go.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
You don't want no problem.
He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Box it, box it, box it, box it. He's checking crap.
They keep it with Miller on first down.
Run!
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory even if they don't get it, though. This is Jones. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Out of the pistol, the give to Jones.
Tighten up.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slash and run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Eddie Goldman able to record his 5th sack of the season. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on first down, but the defense does not budge on second and third. So on now for the Packers is their all-time leading scorer, Mason Crosby. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. Scoreless game. Well, that hollow metal sound is the bane of any kicker's existence, and here, that sound is going to keep our game scoreless.
And you can see him give that body English as the ball was in the air. Come on, baby, come on. But no dice that time.
Now Trubisky to Cohen out of the backfield. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Now Trubisky to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
That's how the defense score points.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
2nd and 5 now. Rodgers, and they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Right. Let's go, B, let's go. Hey, take 26. Watch the safety creep. 22 jump bomber, 22 jump 399.
Now a first down carry by Jones. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Danny Trevathan there to bring him down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Adams hauling it in from Rodgers. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. We're scoreless after 1.
59. I'm coming. I'm coming.
On first down, it's Jones. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, here we go. 50. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, twist.
Jones. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bears take over.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Throwing again on second down. Trubisky. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. Coming into the week, he's the NFL. There's his first catch, and it's good for a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. First down, a run with Cohen. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 50-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Here we go.
Trubisky gives to Cohen.
Let's go.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
Here we go.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Alert.
Throwing here, Trubisky. Adrian Amos, the safety, able to make the play. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now Trubisky. It's complete to Robinson. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 21.
Watch the screen. Sponge. No.
Looking to throw Trubisky on first down. Being chased out left. And he's going to keep it here. Now Trubisky lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
180. Check. 42's the mic. Coming. Motion. Mike 42.
Throw again on second down. Trubisky, flush to his right. He'll try and run it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off.
And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown, Bears.
Good job.
Allen Robinson with his 16th touchdown of the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his 2nd extra point here in the first half. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This one fielded at the 5. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. To throw again on second down. Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. He was looking for his running back, Aaron Jones, that time. But now it's third down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
And all the way down to the 24-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Crunch, crunch, crunch. Check 50, check 50.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you got to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. To throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Cordero Patterson, the one he was hoping to get it to. And it's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now it's Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go. 18. Hey, seam 6. Seam 42.
Looking to throw again, Trubisky. Eluding the pressure right. And Graham's got it. Complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Only a yard in the completion. It's 2nd and goal. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Here's Trubisky to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the former Bear, Adrian Amos. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Game time.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, me.
Oh, he's trying to plow ahead, but I don't think he got there. He did it. That's a safety. So 1 touchdown, 1 2-point conversion. That accounts for our first half total. 8-0 is our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the lake effect snow set to continue for the second half of action as we are back underway.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Mike is 59.
Again, it's Jones. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down.
Good work, boys.
It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
Kill. Recon, 132 fighter. Check 24.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. A loss of 2. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. Hate to say it, but that play typifies what we've seen from this offense all game long.
Yeah, don't you think maybe you flip over your play sheet as the offensive coordinator and see the side that says try something different? You know, because this has not worked all game long. They continue to try and get it done. They've got to come up with something a little bit different. Try something special, something they haven't seen.
Anything to score a point. On 2nd and 12, Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Here's Rodgers on 3rd down. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2.
Hey, Echo.
Mike's 59. Silver.
They're going to run for it with Jones. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go!
At their own 30-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, you're like, And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Kevin King with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This offense thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially the skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit, let them catch their breath.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll go again to Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Mike's 59.
You better be afraid of me. Box it. Slam.
Switch.
49, check 49.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bilal Nichols coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and that will come the offense as they take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down.
We're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
On first down, Trubisky. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, a 22. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Trubisky. And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown Bears. Allen Robinson. His second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. So with the miss back out to kick this one off. And this will over the end line.
Let's go.
Offense ready to get their next drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Kill, 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 kill.
Watch out, watch out. Why didn't I do this?
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On second down now, it's Miller. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, you block over here.
You go tight. You got tight.
Hey, Alpha.
Right there.
And the blitz does come. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Khalil Mack in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's going to field this at the 4. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Check the outs, check the outs.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line.
It's easy work. It's
Give him 3
again.
on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 2nd and 7. Trubisky going to let one fly for Robinson. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Trubisky now down around his goal line. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong. Blue draw corkers.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Jones has it. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
He'll find Jones again, complete. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. Rodgers now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off around the 27.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who have had the receivers on lockdown.
Trubisky will throw. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. They come up on a 1st and goal and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 11th touchdown of the year. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And the conditions miserable for a kicker and a holder, but this one's good, and with it, they take the lead.
The kick is good. Makes the score Packers 15, Bears 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time, 1 play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Cohen, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall. right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is brought in at the 21. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10.
Check, check, check. Showing 8, showing 8.
They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 27-yard line.
258, 26, 59.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run.
Greystone travel.
6 guys.
Take 30. Shift.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
Check 31, check 31. Mike, check, 59, 59.
All day, dog.
Jam him.
Check 50. Hey, you block over here.
Under 10.
4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd down, here's Jones. Finding room at the 30 and all the way up to the 37-yard line. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in? You got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And not what he was hoping for there as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. 1st down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
Watch tight end. 3 down, 3 down.
1st and 10.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
Hey, ball. Good crunch.
Here's Trubisky. His throw incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. They'll look to throw. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. He'll look to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The first defensive back taken in this year's draft, Darnell Savage, there to knock that one away. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. This is caught by Robinson. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Throwing now is Trubisky. And this is caught. touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
How many people watching this one right here gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do, take the big...
Dashing through the snow. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's closing.
Maybe a defensive breakdown with that type of a play in this situation. But let's give a little bit of credit here. That type of play is clutch.
Boy, it was clutch, but to turn it back to the defense, how crushing is that? You think you've got this thing won, and in the last moments, almost literally, you lose it.
Snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Keep playing hard.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position.
It's caught inside the 25.
Come on now, let's go.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Packers, it's a big win here as they move to 11-4 now in the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they're guaranteed now a sub-500 season as they fall to 6-9. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gauton. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Check the wrist, man, got him hot. Ay, man, can't ball like this, man. Lord, pass the pig skin when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards. You just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Ay, 100s and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Ay, she want it like me 'cause I lame, she can't count on him. She tried to be nosy and hit up my ex. She like, girl, you can count on him.